Welcome back to another Total Immersion discussion. I'm your host, Brandon Miracle, and I'm here with my co-host, Devon Granderson. We're here today to talk about Super Smash Bros. At E3. Recently, Nintendo teamed up with Mega 64 and created this awesome video detailing their E3 announcements, specifically Super Smash Bros. Invitational and Smash Fest at Best Buy. We're going to start off talking about Super Smash Bros. Invitational at E3 with our first point of detail. 16 highly skilled players are invited to play at the Super Smash Bros. Invitational tournament. Who are they, and why is that important?
Well, now, who are they segues into another question. What do they mean by highly skilled? For most of us normal minds, we will think directly to those that are very prevalent in the Smash Bros. Tournament scene. Would you like to elaborate on that?
We are probably going to see people like Dr. PP, Armada, Ken, Korean DJ, Mango. If you go ahead and check the link in the description, we will leave a link to the Super Smash Bros. Documentary, and you can learn all about these people and that competitive scene. But yeah, all the way from 2001 until now, these people have been going all over the country to play Super Smash Bros. Competitively with each other. And why is that important?
Why is that important? I don't know. Let's see. This is Smash Bros. Everyone is already extremely hyped up for this after the Nintendo Direct.
Right.
For one, and yeah, we've had our little tickle of the nose with the pick of the day, every once in a while, but
right.
The Nintendo Direct really brought a lot of attention to, for us to see the detail into it, and if we're able to see it firsthand, played by quote-unquote highly skilled players, then we're gonna be able to see what's
possible.
Yeah, what's possible with this game.
Another thing is that we all know that Brawl has kind of a bad rep for not being the competitive game that Melee was. It became much more defensive, much more casual, open for new people to play, and the competitive community really, really thrashes Brawl for doing that. Even so much so that Brawl is completely overshadowed by its modification, Project M, which is played in preference. So I think it's important that when these 16 highly skilled, quote, end quote, highly skilled players come to play Super Smash Bros. At this invitational tournament, if these are the players from the competitive scene, we are going to start walking in a different direction. The people that, have a really bad taste in their mouth from Brawl might have a bit of a different idea if they start seeing their favorite players from the tournament scene playing the new game and enjoying it.
Oh yeah. Professional, tested, and approved.
This is exactly what we need. The competitive scene is easily made up of a few million players, and a few million players is a few million sales. A few million sales is a few million Wii U's, and we really need that right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
On to our next point. The tournament is being held in a very special location, one that you might not expect. And where's that taking place, Devon?
Nokia Theater.
That's right, Super Smash Bros. Invitational is taking place at the Nokia Theater, which is traditionally where...
Well, Nintendo holds its E3 press conferences, am I right or am I wrong?
Yeah. If you've lived under the rock for the last year, you wouldn't know that Nintendo's E3 conference last year wasn't even a press event. They did not have the traditional press conference. They opted instead for a Nintendo Direct to focus directly on their audience to deliver the news. And they've opted to do that again this year with a slightly different format. So the Nokia Theater is important in the fact that that stage presence, that power that people want to see, that excitement, that hype, that's going to be here at the Super Smash Bros. Tournament. And if you've ever seen EVO, or if you've seen Major League Gaming, you know that people get excited at these things. And that energy is going to go through the screen to everyone watching.
Exactly. This is going to get a lot of people hyped up and possibly getting their wallets ready for the release of this big boy.
My wallet's ready right now.
Reggie, Phil. Oh, my wallet's ready.
My wallet is ready.
Oh yeah, so ready.
So, the tournament being held in the Nokia Theater is going to replace that feeling of emptiness we're going to have from not having the traditional press conference. So, I mean, that hype and that excitement that we all want to see out of Nintendo, we're still going to have that, just in a different way. And, you know, that's okay. That's fine. Now, the Nokia Theater has thousands of seats. I mean, that's going to be one big audience. But Nintendo doesn't want to leave out everybody at home. So they are going to stream this tournament live on the internet, which is something you might see as familiar, I don't know, from the competitive scene or something like that. What do you think?
Let's see. Starts with a T, rhymes with which, Twitch.tv.
That's right. Super Smash Bros. Tournaments all over the country are streamed on Twitch every single day. I mean, these things happen all the time. And if Nintendo really wants to sing to that community, they're gonna have to stream online. And this is the perfect way to do it, whether it's on Twitch or not. This tournament being streamed to the internet is extremely important. You want to have more than just the press get excited about Smash Bros. You want the competitive community all over the country. You really need to send that energy throughout everyone possible. And I think Nintendo's doing a great job using, 1, the Nokia Theater, 2, streaming it online to get the biggest response out of people possible. I mean, I'm expecting this number to go into the millions.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a lot of viewers, and that's going to be a great outreach for what some people are considering Nintendo's savior.
Yeah. This and Mario Kart. So, you know, like we've been saying, this is Nintendo's biggest opportunity to advertise. I mean, you could pretty much call this a commercial. This is one big commercial for Super Smash Bros., but it's a commercial to the right people. This method is going to sing to the souls of the Melee veterans that feel like they were dismissed or they were hurt when Brawl came out. I mean, Sakurai himself has dismissed that audience in the past. Nintendo they did not acknowledge them before. Now all of this is starting to come together. We've got the casual audience, which has always been catered to by Nintendo. That's always been the case. But now Nintendo is targeting this niche audience that's been growing on its own steadily for the last 13 years, and in the last 2 or 3 has really grown to an outrageous number of people. So I think this is a fantastic opportunity for Nintendo to not only show that it cares, but that it cares about everyone.
Oh yeah, because this isn't like your standard infomercial that's on a TV where you're like, oh, okay, click, change the channel. No, this is directly to those of us who want to see it.
Right.
So, strap in. We're going in for a very, very enjoyable ride.
The hype train has been set in motion.
Oh yeah, Spirit Tracks, let's go.
Alright, as far as the game itself goes, we have to raise the question, which characters are we going to get to see these players play as? I mean, we're going to have 16 players. There's 29 characters announced already. There's probably more going to be announced at E3. How many of them are going to be playable? Who are we going to see? And are we going to get to see not only the tournament matches, but maybe some friendlies just to show the game off some more? What do you think will happen?
That also raises another question, like, will our players have to stick to one character throughout the entire tournament? Or would they switch off? Because we have 29?
29 as of right now.
Alright, so we have 29 as of right now. Well, I'd like to think that we're gonna see Mario for sure.
Right.
Link for sure. Probably Samus. I mean, like our big staple characters for sure. But I'm pretty sure that we're definitely gonna see some of the new characters as well. We're gonna want to see Little Mac in action, are we not?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, you gotta wonder, is Nintendo allowing the invited players some time to play the game before they compete, or are we going to watch them compete and play the game for the very first time? Because if they take that route, the competitors might feel more compelled to stay with characters they're more familiar with. So we might not get to see, someone highly skilled playing as Mega Man for the majority of the tournament. If it's the way I see it going, we're likely just going to see staple characters, like you said, just most of the veterans. I'm not sure exactly where this will go. I hope that it's broadened. I hope that each match will allow our tournament players to select another character. I hope we get to see the character select screen. That'd be kind of awesome.
Oh, that would be great.
This could also be a great opportunity, now that I think about it, for Nintendo to reveal some characters for the first time. What if during the Smash Bros. Invitational, the characters that our players choose to play as haven't been announced yet, and they get announced by being played as for the first time in front of the stage?
That would be awesome.
I think that is the way you hype characters. What if you get, like, Isaiah from the early Smash Bros. Days from Melee, and he's a big Captain Falcon player? What if he were just happen to go on stage and boom, it's Captain Falcon for the first time?
Exactly. We haven't seen... he's a veteran, yes, but we do not know if he's going to be officially accounted for here.
Right. I mean, in our previous discussion, we talked about Captain Falcon's inclusion because, Sakurai said some things about game balancing up front. His icons appeared in the game, so is Samurai Goro. So it's a pretty safe bet that Falcon is still here. But, we haven't heard from him yet. So maybe that's what Sakurai is planning. Maybe this is not only just an awesome tournament to watch from home, but this is going to be the place where we're going to see all the new characters announced.
Oh.
That's an exciting prospect. And that also raises another question. Is this going to be a relatively final build? Super Smash Bros. On the Nintendo 3DS is coming out in 4 months or less, guaranteed, because it's summer release, so it's really soon. By the time June rolls around, we're going to be on the advent of summer. It'll be time for Smash Bros. So, if the Wii U version and the 3DS version are supposed to be identical, I would imagine it'd have to be done by then. So what do you think about that?
I'm thinking the same thing. I also feel like Nintendo would like to have some little tricks up its sleeve.
Are you saying that maybe what we see at E3 isn't going to be everything we're going to get out of Smash Bros., even after the game comes out on 3DS?
Oh, yeah. Because, let's see, they're going to be identical, yes. A few stage changes. The 3DS doesn't have the type of power that the Wii U has.
Right.
So, I know that they want to keep that relatively similar to make it, simpler of a production phase or whatever, but we may see a little bit of a tweak in, some items or something.
So you're expecting something to be vastly different in the Wii U version?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's that, 6-month period between the 3DS release and the winter Wii U release, where any number of things can happen. Sure, it's an HD game, and that's going to take more time, naturally, but that's a 6-month window where people are going to be playing Smash Bros. On 3DS. That's 6 months for Nintendo to see what needs fixing, what worked out well, what didn't, or what fans have been clamoring for, if there's something that they wanted. That's a 6-month period where Sakurai can be like, maybe we should do this, maybe we should add this. And that'd be a great way to market the Wii U version on release day.
That would be, and it's we already see major differences between them. We only see Smash Run in the 3DS version. So who's to say that there won't be something completely different in the Wii U version?
We don't know. For all we know, that 6-month period could be there to release a single-player adventure mode that we don't have yet.
Exactly.
I mean, people were kind of sad that story mode wasn't happening, but as we said before, Sakurai's a troll. His excuse was that, the cutscenes were put up on YouTube, and it ruins the excitement. We all know Sakurai knows that was a BS excuse.
Yeah.
So, maybe that 6-month period is there to build something like that. We all know that when Brawl was being developed, that took up a huge chunk of Brawl's development time. And if I'm not mistaken, we are close to, if not have already surpassed, the length of time that Brawl was in development compared to Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS. So there's got to be something really compelling there. And I would not be surprised if it was that story mode that we're all sad to see go.
Alright. So is this the full game? Maybe.
It could be. It's probably going to reflect the 3DS version as far as the game engine goes and all the character tweaks.
Yeah, this was probably just a little bit of a beta idea, considering that the 3DS, if they do want to make changes to the Wii U, the 3DS version of the game may be a little bit of a beta.
So you're suggesting this is a really extensive demo?
Probably.
That's interesting. So essentially, we, as the players of the 3DS version, are going to be the playtesters for the Wii U version.
And that would actually be pretty interesting considering how many 3DS systems are sold over the Wii U.
We've got several million 3DS units on top of Wii U units right now. I mean, we can expect the 3DS version to completely slay the Wii U version in terms of sales. But that's a good thing, because if the 3DS version gets more units out there, Sakurai and his team is going to know exactly where the problems lie, because there's going to be a big install base there. So that when the Wii U version comes out, this is going to be the perfect version, the super version. And then all the people on those 3DSs who are playing the game are going to be like, man, I really want to play this on my console in HD, I better go out and buy a Wii U. It's a pretty smart business scheme when you think about it.
Oh yeah.
That actually brings us to our next topic, Smash Fest at Best Buy, which was the second thing announced. This is the holy grail of news for Smash Bros. Fans. During E3, June 10th through the 13th, or the 12th, if I can't math, yeah, it's probably the 12th. Smash Bros. Is going to be playable at select Best Buys all over the country. And I'm not talking about the 3DS version. The Wii U version of Super Smash Bros. Is coming to Best Buy over E3 for anyone to play.
I want.
All of us want so bad. I mean, this presents a very unique opportunity. Nintendo kind of explored this last year with their Nintendo at E3, or E3 at Best Buy campaign. They had Super Mario 3D World, Mario Kart 8, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD, and Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, all playable at Best Buy during the same window of time. A couple people were kind of disappointed that the only game they announced was Super Smash Bros., but I think that is far more than justified.
Absolutely.
Tons of people are going to want to play Super Smash Bros., so I think that's perfectly fine. They can put focus on Super Smash Bros., which is obvious with the whole Invitational thing.
Yeah.
So this is going to be important because all the people that witness Super Smash Bros. Being played are going to start to question it for themselves and be like, man, this game looks really smooth. I really want to try it out for myself. Kind of feed that hype even more.
Yeah.
So not only are they going to have all this initial hype with the Super Smash Bros. Invitational, but they're going to give people the option to be a part of that.
Oh, this is beautiful.
This is a beautiful scheme.
Nintendo is using us to pull in a different audience that just may be browsing in the electronics section at Best Buy. So yes, all of you Nintendo fans, go out and play, show how much fun you're having, let's bring in some new players, let's get these Wii U sold.
So maybe the savior of the Wii U isn't Super Smash Brothers. It's you.
It's you.
That's why they named it the U, folks. You heard it here first.
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
But yes, Super Smash Brothers at Best Buy. So it's important because it's going to bring in new players. It's going to give the people who watch the Invitational or hear about it, or hear about Smash Bros. The option to play it for themselves. But then we have some questions about the demo specifically. Are we going to get the option to play the very same demo that's being played at the Super Smash Bros. Invitational? And before we answer that, we do want to confirm that the game being played at the Invitational is in fact the Wii U version, and it's also been confirmed that the version being played at Smash Fest at Best Buy is also the Wii U version. Note, the 3DS version comes out first, but we're getting the Wii U demo, which is an interesting thing.
So, does that mean that we're going to be playing the Wii U 3DS build, or are we going to see a little bit of that Wii U version?
It's a good question. I mean, how much of the uniqueness of the Wii U version are we going to see outside of, obviously, the visuals and the controllers? Controllers is a whole other topic, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Are we going to get the option to play the very same build that's being played at the Invitational? Because if you ask me, that's the way to go. That's what you're going to want to do. But, at the same time, I would believe that Nintendo would have more time to develop the build that's going to be played at E3, because it's only one unit, presumably, versus 2700. So, it's quite possible we're going to see a version that's not quite up to date, because they're going to need a lot more time to get those units ready, so they're going to have to probably start earlier. Which raises another question. If they were to do that, would they also do that for the Invitational version and kind of hold that back? Or would they keep that one up really up to date?
Now, that's also a good question, because that goes back to one of our earlier questions here. Are they going to give these players chances to practice?
Right. How much time are they getting to do that? Are they getting a couple days at E3? Or are they getting a month in advance? Are they at Nintendo right now doing it? We don't know. I mean, we see the players that we would think are going to be there out of tournaments right now. So it's really up in the air. But as far as the version that's going to be played at E3, I would imagine that'd probably be the most up-to-date version, and that they would opt for a lesser build for the demo stations across the United States. Just to provide time to perfect the one at E3, and to provide time to get all those units ready to ship out to Best Buys. I mean, it makes the most sense. Again, we can't be for sure. Nintendo is a mixed bag of surprises, really.
Put your hand in, pull something out, hope for the best.
that's every E3 I've ever seen for Nintendo.
Oh yeah, and it's amazing every single time what they pull out of that hat.
Unless you witnessed E3 2008 and watched 4 Nintendo representatives make fools out of themselves by playing Wii music on stage. That never happened, by the way. I've refused to believe that ever happened.
That was a dream.
Yeah, that we were all part of that dream. You were there, and you were there, and you were there.
That's why we call it the Wii U. We, as a group, knew that you were all dreaming.
Alright, so kind of coming full circle here. Super Smash Bros. At E3 is one big marketing campaign.
And it's a very smart one at that.
We've got the competitive scene, the casual scene, the non-Wii U owners, the Nintendo fans, everything you can think of are all being catered to here. And the Wii U needs it, but I think if the Invitational is pulled off right, the streams are all working just fine, the demo stations are cool, which they probably will be. I mean, there's nothing to really worry about there. I think this will be Nintendo's key to coming back from the slump that they're in right now. And that's not even to say that Mario Kart 8 might not do it first. We don't know. We've got just a few days before Mario Kart 8 comes out, so Nintendo can use Mario Kart 8 as a slight push, big push, and then Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, that's the one that drives it home.
Oh yeah.
And that's not even counting for the fact that we're going to see Zelda at E3. There's a lot going on.
Yeah. There's so much going on here.
But I think we can pretty much wrap it up there. I mean, is there any other things that you wanted to mention?
To all of us diehard fans out there, the line will be worth it.
Even if you have to stand in line for 5 hours, you're going to play Smash Bros.
Exactly. You're going to play Smash Bros. Before those days are over, and let me tell you, you're possibly going to play it 2 or 3 times over.
Yeah, we plan on getting in line until we've played as every character in the game.
Oh yeah.
So,
Go with a group of friends.
Yeah.
Raise the hype.
Bring a camera.
Make flyers. It doesn't matter. We're doing the camera thing.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah, there it is. We're gonna do the camera thing.
Go to Best Buy. Play some Smash Bros. It's gonna be a great time. Yeah, and I think that's about it. If you guys like the discussion, like the video, leave a comment. Tell us what you want to see out of the Smash Bros. Invitational, what you want to see out of the Smash Fest at Best Buy, and what are you looking forward to at E3 otherwise. You can post that in the comments below. Please remember to subscribe. It really helps us out. And we hope you guys have a good day, and we'll see you next time here on Total Immersion.
Bye-bye.